Hello and welcome back to my craft room. Guess what? It's ScrawlrBox day! While I was out, my ScrawlrBox arrived, so I've decided I can't wait till the morning to open it. Let's have a look now. I might have to wait till tomorrow to actually play with everything, but let's do a quick unboxing and find out what's inside. So, without further waffle, I'm going to switch you, I'm going to put some lights on and switch you to my desk cam. Woo-hoo. So here it is. I've actually remembered to blot out my address this time. So this is the ScrawlrBox monthly subscription box. Now it used to cost £15 a month. It's just gone up. I think it's £16.95 now, but that includes post and packing to the UK. Easy to get into. Just pull that strip and you're in. Woohoo! I get ridiculously excited about this. Ooh, different colourway. The last couple of months the colours have been quite similar, you know, some purples and greens and pinks and things, so I'm glad to see something a bit different actually. So, this could be anything. Paints, pencils, pens, there's usually some kind of a substrate. So we always get the Scrawler zine or magazine with all kinds of inspiration and information in it, but I'm not going to open that yet because that will spoil the surprise. A different shape again this month. So there's always an inspiration piece by the featured artist, who's also helped to choose the goodies in the box, Capasso. I hope I'm saying that right. A graffiti writer and member of Bandits Dresden graffiti crew from Dresden, Germany. I'll read a bit more about him later on. He even has his own Molotow spray can colour, number 217 Capasso, middle grey neutral. Wow, that's a claim to fame, isn't it? Anyway, so that's an example of his work, and I'm sure that is as well. So this is the substrate for this month. So it's not in a pad, there's no name on it. Oh, yeah, this is quite heavy. It's 3 boards. Kind of heavy. Oh, it's almost like mount board. Very smooth. Ooh, I'll find out about that in a minute. Let's put the box out of the way. And the most exciting part of all, really, we've got a little hint. Usually these will reflect the kind of colours and style of the contents, but this is the part that's like opening a little birthday present. There's always a sweetie. Milk chocolate covered toffee. Nice. Save that for later. You always get a cute sticker. I have covered 2, nearly 3 journals with this now. With these now, rather. Digital dystopia. So there's always like an information card. Well, look at that in a minute. I'm dying to have a look at what we've got here. Wow. There's several things here I haven't tried before. So this is the one that I have. The Uniball Signo white pen. These are brilliant. If you're looking for a good white pen, these are fantastic. I have already got 2 or 3, but you can never have too many because obviously they run out eventually. And this one, the Derwent Line Maker, 0.3 nib, so it's got a fine nib, and this one's in pink. Super fine, free flowing, permanent liners. This is something so this is Zig. I've got a couple of Zig pens. They're always good. This is called Writer for Vellum. It's quite a fine point and quite a thick bullet point on this end. Now, what are these? Acrylic twin. Oh, that's the Molotow logo, I believe. So again, we've got a fine point and then quite a fat bullet point. So and the colour won't come down until you pump it a few times. So this card tells you all about what's inside. So let's see what it says. So the theme for August 21. This month's ScrawlrBox takes us to the streets with our featured artist Caparso. Caparso, but I'm saying that wrong. But these aren't the streets as you know them anymore. Experiment with blocks of colour, let the paints run, vary the weight of your outlines, or forget the rules and scribble outside the lines. How do the pens layer up together on the boards? Do they clash in chaos or align in perfect harmony? Conform or rebel? Time to leave your mark while you still can. There's always a challenge word or phrase, and this month it's digital dystopia. The Molotow One for All acrylic twin. So they're highly opaque, UV resistant acrylic markers. So that's these ones. Can be used on nearly all surfaces, including canvas, fabrics, glass, wood, and more. Paint's water-based, non-toxic, can even be mixed for unique, highly pigmented colour blends. Oh, excellent! And they can take refills. That's good. Doesn't tell me what the colours are. Where does it say what the colours are? Well, it's got to be that has got to be the colour. Green, black, and blue. They've just not given it a name rather. Yeah. So the Zig Vellum twin marker. This pen is dual tipped, featuring a fine tip 0.5mm and a bullet tip 1.2mm. Perfect for all of your creative needs. Waterproof, archival quality, water based, so it's not kind of an alcohol thing, but it is waterproof once it's dry, and odourless. The ink dries quickly, no need to worry for bleeding or wrinkling the paper. That's why it's probably called a vellum mark, because vellum does wrinkle easily. So you could have got any colour, so it could be yellow, red, or it might be an orange or pink. So I've got the pink. That's nice. I like a magenta kind of pink like this. Classic drawing pen, high quality, superfine, break resistant nib that glides effortlessly over the page. So this is another water based, but this is pigment ink. Rich and pure tones, light, fast and quick drying, permanent when dry, so water-based media can be layered over the top. So same as these. Now did this say the same thing? Yes. So they're all, once they're dry, they're waterproof, so that's good. I think this is the same. Fully opaque, white pigmented gel ink. Waterproof, light, fast, acid-free. Well, I already know I love this, and I think these are going to be huge fun to play with. So the boards, so the De La Rowney mixed media art boards. Durable, perfect for all artistic techniques, great for almost any media including pencil, ink, pastel and charcoal. Ideal pairing for watercolour and acrylic, which is fine. Naturally white boards with a light textured surface. So actually, I mean, they're fairly, I've lost them. I suppose they are lightly textured, but they're pretty smooth. Can be used for both wet and dry techniques. Well, I think I will use, I know I've only got 3 of them, but I think I will use one side, because they've each got 2 sides. One seems to be slightly smoother than the other. So I'm going to use one side of one of the boards to swatch these out on, just to show you what they look like. Should have a quick flick through the magazine first, now that I've already... Now these, I'm already thinking that the colours we've got here aren't going to produce the colours that are shown here. I know they will mix to some extent, but they're not going to mix to produce these colours. Of course, there were other colours of line markers, so those might have been used as well. That might be where the yellow is coming from. But anyway, let's have a quick flick through the magazine. So this is great. It gives you a little bit closer up look at everything that you've got in the box, and a quick sort of summary of what you can do with them. This is all about the featured artist and some examples of his work. Oh, look at that. Love that. A little interview with him. Always enjoy reading that. Oh, look, there's a QR code there. So you can, it'll take you to a video or something to watch. And then here are things you can try. with them. Suitable for indoor and outdoor use. You try them on some unusual surfaces. May need 2 or 3 layers to achieve a seamless block of colour, but let the first layer of paint dry before adding a new layer. And I always love this bit. This is examples of what other ScrawlrBox subscribers did with the not last month, the month before's box. So this was, they were kind of shimmery watercolours. We had 3 different colours. I think there was a silver and a pink and a green, and you mix the pink and green and they come out with a purple, and yeah, they were lovely to use. Really, really enjoyed those. It's always amazing to see the varied things that people do, just completely different. Same supplies, completely different, and same challenge word or phrase, and a completely different. So I think it was ethereal entity was the challenge for this for not last month, the month before. So there's a caterpillar that's the one from Alice in Wonderland. The caterpillar with his hookah pipe. So he was an ethereal being. In a different way I wouldn't have thought of. God, I love this. I love all of them. Just all very different, aren't they? And then there's always a sort of feature related to this month's theme. So this is all about street art. So I'll have a good look at that later. But let's do a quick swatch out. I haven't got too much time because it is quite late now. I shouldn't really be doing this now, but I just couldn't wait till the morning. And let's see. Let's try these out. So these are all going to need... Start shaking them all at once. And then you have to sort of, if you haven't done it before, you have to just pump them until the colour comes down, which you can see it now has. Didn't take too long. Yeah, that feels quite nice. It gives quite an opaque coat quite quickly. It feels like the paper is a little bit pilling underneath it. Let's just do the other end to see how fat it goes. Here it comes, here it comes. Doesn't take many pumps of a nib. There we go. Let's do the next one. Yeah, they feel lovely. What I'm going to do is scribble a little block of colour. Ooh, that seems to have blobbed a bit. I might have pumped it too much. I'm going to scribble a bit of a block of colour and let it dry so that in a minute I can try layering it over the top. Should we try mixing one while it's still wet as well? Oh, it doesn't want to mix, it just goes straight over, but that's interesting. And then there's the black one. So how fast they dry. See, that's not dry yet, but that one is. Let's see how it goes over the top. Yeah, that's quite good. It just goes straight over the top, quite opaque, no bleeding that I can see. Let's do the thin one of this. Okay. And one of the quick tips I noticed is that if they've not been used for a while, when you first pick them up to use again, obviously give them a good shake. You need to give them a good shake every time, but also just scribble them off a little bit on a piece of scrap paper or something, which, yeah, I would say is a good idea. Now So this is the Derwent Line Maker. Permanent. So these are all permanent. Water is not supposed to touch them. I might test that in a minute when they're dry. It's a lovely fine line actually. And I don't know how well that's gonna. And works beautifully on this paper. Makes me feel like doing a bit of Zentangle. Yeah, that's nice. And then finally, my old favourite. There's no cap or anything on that, is there? No. Some of these kind of pens have a little like plastic cap there, don't they? Right, so this obviously isn't going to show very well. It's working first time. I can see it here, but you won't see it. So I'm going to try it over one of these dry. Yes, that's dry. Ah, oh, bliss. These pens are brilliant. I mean, look. That's a really good clear line. These pens are lovely. I use them all the time. So reliable. They don't seem to clog up like some other white pens I've used. Oh, I forgot one more. I've still got this. So this is the writer for Vellum. I'm just going to see if I can quickly find a piece of Vellum. There we go. Here's a piece of Vellum I was practicing some fonts on. So the idea, let's try on here first. I think the idea was that because it dries very fast, it's not going to buckle the things. What did it say? Yeah, dries quickly, so there's no worry for bleeding or wrinkling the paper. So I think that's the thing, yes. It dries really fast. It's not, because if you put something too wet onto vellum, it's going to get really crinkly. That's a lovely variation in the line thickness. Very, very thin one and quite a nice fat one. So let's try it on the vellum, just out of curiosity. I mean, you can see I've used some kind of marker on this anyway, but can't remember what. Yeah, that's fine. What a very, very fine line. It feels like it's going to be quite a good, yes, you can see it's going to be quite a robust nib, I think. And then there's the, I'm just going to do a bit of, say I was colouring something in like I did with these. Am I going to get any buckling at all? Let's make it quite saturated. Dried already. Yeah, and considering that's on vellum and things do take a bit longer to dry on vellum because it's not being so absorbent, that is dry already. This is slightly tacky still because I really loaded it on there, but yeah, it's quite impressive. No sign of any buckling. Yeah, there is a little bit with these ones I've used before, so yeah, very good. Very, very happy with them. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with that, and that's going to be quite an interesting challenge. Digital dystopia. I'll get my cogs turning on that overnight and see what I can come back and have a little play tomorrow and see what I can come up with for the challenge this month. I did join in with the Facebook group for the first time last month, and that was interesting. So it was great to see the huge variety of artworks that people come out with using exactly the same products and responding to exactly the same challenges. Brilliant. And everybody's really supportive and encouraging with each other, so that's always good. Right, okay, well that's it. I'm going to stop waffling now and do a quick tidy up of this film and upload it to YouTube before I go to sleep. Let's go back up to what's the name? Facecam. There it is. Okay, so that's this month's ScrawlrBox. I hope you enjoyed that little sneaky peek. I will leave links to ScrawlrBox in the description box below, just in case you want to check it out for yourself. And watch this space. I'll come back in a few days, hopefully, with my attempt at this month's challenge. I think that is going to be a bit of a challenging challenge for me. I kind of got graffiti in my head, but that's maybe a bit obvious. Anyway, cogs will be turning. Thanks very much for joining me again. I will see you again really soon. Bye. Oh, lost my mouse. Can't turn the thingy off.